So welcome, as always, the biggest, deep, comprehensive welcome to all, and the invitation beyond. This is a story about the cover design, the wild journey that it was to actually get to the cover that I now have. So lots of different versions of the cover. There were people who were like, you should be on the cover. People who were like, you shouldn't be on the cover. People who were saying, is this about you or is this about a much bigger thing? People who really liked this image or this picture or that picture. And, I didn't even have professional photos beforehand. So a huge shout out to David Glossberg, who came through and just took some really beautiful photos. And that was a whole adventure in itself. But just the spontaneity, the putting out a request to the world and having things respond right away has just been stunning. And then all of the beautiful feedback, reflections, thoughtfulness that you all have offered in this survey and that survey. There's been many of them. You have been right along for the journey, and I am so deeply appreciative. And please know that your feedback, your reflections, your thoughts, they really matter to me. I take them to heart. And I think when I get to the essence of what, the book is, the invitation beyond, reclaiming the healthy masculine. So of course there's a question of what is the healthy masculine? What is it? How do I embody it? How do we bring it forth in the world? And I've got all kinds of questions that will continue. But one of the pieces that feels really meaningful is humility, and is the ability to know where it is that you can support and ask for help, and where it is that when you get feedback, you can really let it in and be in a place of okay, so this is not about me. It's not, I don't have to get offended or feel attacked or anything like that. I can just feel like these are my people offering reflections about a way that what they see and what they embody, and then take it in, and then, as is the case in this particular moment, switch course, change an action, change a direction that was going one way and really shift, knowing that someone else brings their expertise and brings their care and their love forward. And it happened over and over again in this project. And I think for me, that is the embodiment of the healthy masculine, is being willing to listen and adjust and be humble and just rely on the support and beauty of your community, which I have beautiful of. So thank you for that. So the particular thing that happened was, I'd been going down this road of what do I want in the cover? And it started looking like my old cover of Launch Your Life, which was really fun. But there were just all these, just the different considerations. I have a whole team, Georgie and Nicola, who are just wonderful, beautiful men, and they're also not from the United States, and they haven't read the book. So I was trying to convey the essence of what it is I was wanting to bring to them, what it is I was wanting to, what is this book about? And it's about authenticity, and it's about the strong masculine, and it's about the vulnerable masculine, and it's about bringing our full self forward in the world, and really tapping into our hearts and stepping forth into all that is beautiful in the world. And this is, again, in the most humble, sincere, powerful, graceful way that I can, how I inhabit the world. And those of you who know me well know that. And so, the different covers came out, and you all offered beautiful feedback and reflections. And then the last one I was down to, and went through many iterations. We got down to the final two, and it was, do we have 4 people on the cover, 2 people on the cover? Am I centered or off-centered? And it was basically the same cover, just a little bit different. And I, sent out the survey, and so many of you were like, well, I want option 3. And option 3, of course, was there's one of the older covers, or something this doesn't feel like it's quite on target. So thank you to all of you who provided that feedback. And there's a really interesting place in here about being able and willing to really speak up and speak into inconvenient places, because several of you said I didn't know whether to say something or not, but I didn't like those other ones. I really do there's something else that wants to come forth. And my dear friend Rachel, who designed my website and who is bringing forth products for the sacred feminine. She's launching a new website, a new business that's just so beautiful, and I'll keep linking you to it because it's just so stunning. And she just does beautiful work. And there's stuff from sacred men, sacred feminine, sacred masculine. So go, Rachel. she drafted an email and was saying like she didn't know whether to send it or not. She was like right on the edge, and she was just like, no, I gotta send it. And it was this beautiful, some of you saw it, but it was this just beautiful expression that just said, I think that what you're wanting to convey, and really, like, Morgan, the meaning of this book for you is it comes from a place of sincerity and authenticity and power. And this is an important book for the sacred, for the masculine to bring forth. And I'm not your target audience, but what I think there's a different expression. And she mocked it up because she designs things and sent it. And I was sitting at dinner with my mom, and I was really eager. I don't usually check my phone when I'm connecting with someone, like at dinner especially. But I was like, all day there was feedback coming in about the covers, and so I checked it for some reason, and there was Rachel's email with the mock-up, and I just started laughing, and I just started like, oh my God, like, that's it. And I just knew it right at that moment that was it. At the last minute, like literally down to the last two choices. I had gone through all of the different iterations with Georgie and Nicola. I had gone through all the revisions. I have 4 available, and I had gone through all of those. So I was like, done. Like, this was it. And then the email came in, and I was like, oh my God, like last minute, the Olympics were going on. So I had this like imagining of like a runner, like coming running in at the last minute and like, winning the race, from way behind and like totally unknown out of nowhere. And that was it. And I sent it out, and then so many of you responded with just like, oh my God, like that is totally the cover. Like you just like, you immediately were like, oh my God, like you have to use that one. When your friend Naima was like, if you don't use that one, I'm coming to get you, and forcing you to do it. It was so loving. There was so much love. It was so beautiful. And so thank you, Rachel, Naima, David, God, Thomas, so many of you, just really bringing it and really caring and really caring about this project, and knowing that it is an expression of my heart and devotion and love, and it means a ton to me. And there's more stories that like we're right down to the finish line, and then the contender comes flying, and happened with the title also. So I'll tell that story soon. But thank you all. This is huge, and it's meaningful. And there is the cover, The Invitation Beyond, Reclaiming Healthy Masculinity. Thank you for your love, for your care. Yeah, and for being you in all the ways you are.